What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Meet in the Middle podcast, episode 3. We're back, baby. Back in full swing.
Yep, and I got some nerdy headphones on right now because I was making it difficult for Tyler to edit the podcast. So,
Yeah, it's been it's tough enough not being able to see each other when we record the podcast, but then Dash, I could hear myself echoing. So if you heard some echoing in the last episode of my voice,
that's my B.
That was because Dash was.
That's my B.
Yeah, it's because Dash was recording and listening to the Discord call through his speakers, so that his mic was picking it up a little bit. But nevertheless, hopefully it wasn't too distracting. But we're back for episode 3 already. And I liked last episode. I think today we're just going to do the same kind of thing, just do questions part 2 in the latter half of the episode. But for right now, we're just catching up, man. Dash and I have been playing some video games recently. We played a little last night when I got back at like midnight from work.
Yeah, it was so late.
Dude, well, I was like, normally I don't work that late, but the person that usually takes covers at night, so like we have the restaurant's open till like 9:30 with like host stand, and then after that it's open seating after the last reservation. And at 9 o'clock, one of the hosts has to go out outside of the doors of the restaurant and take a $10 cover charge from people that go in. Okay. Since there's like a live band and stuff. So that was the first time I've ever done that. Normally the other host does it, and I did not like it. It sucked. There were all these drunk people asking me questions, and people were just like trying to sneak in and like lying to me, telling me they're just like, we're just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, like I don't care. Like I don't get paid enough to like really care that much. Yeah, so I'd stay like an extra hour, which fucking sucked. But
yeah, that
and then
sucks.
there was like 300 fucking people on the train, and that whole shit was insane too. I told you all that shit. So weird.
Yeah. I saw the pic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so there was like probably 300 people on the train waiting to get on when I was down there. And luckily I only had to wait like 2 minutes. Normally I had to wait like 20 minutes if it's past like 10 o'clock.
You're in Chicago, by the way, is where he's at.
Yes. I'm in Chicago taking the L train back to my apartment. And I couldn't believe I get it's a Saturday, and I guess like colleges are kind of back now, but like at the same time, like that's still like so many people.
Yeah, that is.
And there was like a dude that was just like, I have my headphones on, I'm like just chilling there, I'm standing because there's no seats, and some dude was just like, do you mind if I take your picture in front of like the train sign? Like, because there was like right above me was the front of the train, and it shows like what stop is next and the time. And he was like, can I take your picture in front of this? And I was like, okay. So I'm like, who is this guy? And so I'm just like, I put my headphones back on and whatever. I'm just kind of standing there, and he shows me, and I was like, are you a photographer? He's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, can you airdrop those to me? So I'm like, I don't just want you to have them. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. But he seemed like a nice guy. So I'm like, okay. He airdropped it to me, and I was like, thanks, man. And then fucking like 10 minutes go by, and this chick that's sitting down with her skateboard, she like kind of gestures to me, and I took my headphone out. She goes, if you like thought I was just like looking at you, like it's because I think you're really cute. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like I'm like, what do I say? I've never been hit on in my life. And she was like, can I have your number? And I was like, dude, I got a girlfriend. And I'm like, put my headphones back in. I was like, I said sorry, and then Dash is like, don't be sorry for having a girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I didn't know what to say. Like, I was like, I felt bad.
Yeah,
like
she put caught off guard, but yeah, what do you got to apologize for, man?
Dude, no. As soon as I said sorry, I was like, I thought about it. I was like, I don't think I needed to say sorry. I just kind of felt bad because she tossed her shot, you know.
Threw herself at you,
and I just kind of felt exactly
spat on her. It's crazy.
I literally went, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Spit on her face.
And then I murdered her. Is what you're supposed to say.
This is yeah, exactly. And this is actually how it went. She said, can I have your number? I said, ew. You think I would go with you? Oh my god. And then
this is my girlfriend, and you like show her a picture.
Yeah. Do you want to see pictures of her? She's way prettier than you. That's so mean.
Yeah.
No, she looks at me and she's like, can I have your number? I just threw up in her face. No, but that was definitely a first for me. I don't think I've ever been hit on, like straight up.
What did Amber
So
think?
it was a little bit of an ego boost, but like not in the way that, like, obviously, like, whatever. But I was just like, oh, that was just like what a weird chain of events to happen on the train.
What did Amber think?
So I told Amber I was hit on, and because I haven't talked to her yet because she's been at work all day, and when I got back it was midnight, so she was already asleep, so I couldn't tell her about it. And she, I told her that I said I had a girlfriend. She goes, "Oh, so you had a whole conversation with her?" I was like, "No, I just fucking said I had a girlfriend." So I'll have to tell her about it. But she thought it was funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's like I can't say too much. I'm like, I'll just tell you later because I feel like if I say one thing on text, it's gonna be taken the complete opposite way. And I'm like, I just don't want that.
That's fair.
I don't want to get things lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Isn't it Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I worked.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
So it's been a wild ride, man.
It's been a hell of a weekend.
Yeah,
dude.
and then we played video games. So that's about all I've done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, for real.
Been watching.
I didn't do anything yesterday.
Been watching Attack on Titan.
Oh, nice.
So that's been fun. I'm not
Dude,
usually into anime, but Lila's trying to get me into it, and my friend Kobe always been trying to do the same. It's not bad.
Nice.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard Attack on Titan's pretty good. I've never personally
It's pretty brutal.
watched any anime. Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into anime. It's never really been my thing.
Same. Yeah.
I think it's like it's also like probably has something to do with the fact that like every person that liked anime in my high school was like the weirdest person ever.
Yeah, that's the problem
And
is
so,
that like there's so much you have to look past to start enjoying it. And that's so hard for me to do, you know?
Yeah.
It's like watching a movie where there's like a fucking I don't know, like a fucking pedophile. Like you're still like, it's harder for me to enjoy this. Sometimes you can look past it if like the acting's good enough and stuff, but like,
right.
But it's the that's the exact same thing I think, because like there's times in like I can't even remember I don't know the names of like half these anime, but there's like one where there's like they over sexualize like underage girls way too much, like.
Dude,
and then also like incest
like
is also a big thing too. Like low key, like this girl like pops out of the shower. She's like 14, like huge like tits, and then like just like bubbles and stuff, like barely covering and stuff. And you're like, this is just a little bit much for.
Oh, dude, yeah. There was I'm trying to think of what's that movie? It's a Studio Ghibli movie. It's very popular. I just can't think of the name right now.
I don't know. There's a bunch of them.
What's like literally like the most popular one?
It's the one like
it's like a little girl and she's in like her
like
parents are what?
Is this
Oreo? Is that what you said?
Poyo or whatever.
Oh no, Ponyo.
Ponyo.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
but
no.
That's not what I was. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of dude, like the. What's like the main one? I'm gonna get like fucking torched for this because it's Spirited Away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that one I watched because I heard it was good.
Not too long ago.
Dude, Spirited Away was fucking incredible.
It's good.
But the problem, but the other thing too is like the maybe it's the English adaptation and like the dub or whatever. But like, tell me why this 8-year-old girl or however old she is like moaning in the fucking, like every time she falls, it's like a full like moan. I'm like, every time I was like, oh god, like it just like threw me out of it. Like you said, like it's just like, I mean like. I don't know. That's just the way.
It's just that like it's a completely different style. So like if you grew up watching that, you'd just be like, oh, that's fine, that's whatever. You know, like I'm used to that. Like the way we are with like stupid ass like unlimited rounds and a gun or something like that, like in an action movie. You know, like the main. Why does the main character have?
You're talking about real life.
No, what does the main character have 200 shots out of this pistol? You know, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. The pistol too.
Stuff like
he just
that.
has unlimited ammo. Yeah. Well, I was thinking like. Because I've started watching Adventure Time again. I've been caught up in this nostalgia thing. I watched all of regular show because this is the stuff I used to watch in like middle school, and I loved it. I'd never seen all of them, So, they're on Hulu. There's no ads. They're like 15 minutes. It's great to just like throw an episode on when I'm eating, 2 episodes or whatever. So I've been like kind of flying through Adventure Time, and dude, there's some like very overtly sexual jokes that just kind of like either went over my head or just I didn't really think about it when I was a kid. But like looking at it now, I'm like, oh my God, like some of these jokes are like really like sexual for like a kid to like listen to. It's a Cartoon Network thing,
Yeah.
So maybe it's like it's similar to that. Like there's there's both sides of that. They're kind of just like, it's kind of a weird, like, I don't know. Both cultures make kind of overtly sexual jokes or mannerisms for like underage kids. It's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're good shows. I mean, I love Adventure Time. I've been fucking watching it so much. It's so good. And it's been like the first few episodes of season 1 are like slow. They're not bad, but they're slow. Season 2 is really good though so far. And I remember a lot of these episodes, so it's kind of funny just to like
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
cool.
oh shit, just like nostalgia wave.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever really into that many shows like that. Unfortunately, they always
You weren't a
like
Cartoon
seemed
Network.
like kind of appealing, but like I just never watched them. I think part of it was like Cartoon Network stuff. Like there's just so many ads and all that stuff, and I hated that even when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Like
I think
it's just too much. Like it's just like it'd cut up like 4 ads in an episode or something, and I'd be like, I don't even remember what's happening.
yeah. I mean, the good thing about these episodes is that like there'd be 2 in 1. Like there's like a 30-minute program, and they'd have 2 episodes play in that program. I think that's how it used to be. I haven't watched cable TV in forever, but
Yeah.
don't. The good thing about these on Hulu is that I don't even have Hulu without ads, and they're 12 minutes, so there's no ads. So it's like really nice just being able to like watch them. It's so easy to binge because I don't have to sit through like 2-minute ads 30 times an episode of like every other show that I watch on Hulu.
Yeah.
And I don't have Netflix anymore because of the stupid fucking thing they did.
Yeah.
Password sharing, so stupid. But yeah, we talked about a few things already. We always talk about something so like weird right away, and then we get into the episode. Yeah, I guess we could just we could jump into the questions, but we'll do probably a quick cut, so we can just jump right into the questions after this short little cut.
After this little ad break.
Little ad break now. So let's get into it right now. All right, we are back and we are ready and piping hot with some fresh questions. Dash, would you like to go first?
Sure. Let's see where I was. Let me just readdress like what the questions are for anybody that might not know.
Yes.
So we just didn't know what to talk about at first because we didn't want to go into too serious of a topic or anything like that. We just kind of wanted to set the vibe and everything. So we're just like, what are some good questions? So we just obviously went to Google because we were that, because we can think of them that well. And you came up with some questions. What's yours called again?
I think mine's just called 202 best questions to ask friends. Juicy, fun, deep, and random.
You got a lot. I only have a total of 14 questions. It's questions to ask a guy.
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah, for real. And we've gotten through a couple of them. We talked about our dream holiday destination, favorite sports to watch. Do you prefer to watch or play sports? And then what talent would you have picked? Next is what is the best person you follow on social media? That's actually kind of interesting. Like, I don't know if that's like your favorite person. Is it the best person like for you to like view, or like that you want to be most like, I guess, or something?
I guess so. Yeah, we could do it like that.
'Cause like I like Mark Hamill posts some good shit.
Yeah, he does. He posts a lot of memes.
Yeah,
That's
it's funny. Robert Downey Jr. I like too.
Oh, I don't follow him.
Oh yeah, I like him. His house is so fucking sick.
I'm gonna have to pull up my Instagram.
It's like made out of all recycled material. It's insane.
That's cool.
Like, and it's like a Adobe like packed like style house, so it's like round. There's not a straight line anywhere. It's awesome.
That's cool. Bro, I'm trying to like think of like people I like, artists I like and stuff. I don't know. If you guys hear voices in the background, that's my fucking neighbors that don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I
They're
did hear a
so
little bit of
fucking
that
loud.
one.
Dude, literally all hours of the day. Like this is how it fucking is. Like 5 a.m., midnight. Like last night we were playing games, they were this loud. I've woken up at 5 a.m. and they're this loud. Like it's crazy.
That's nuts.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I might just say like I follow like a lot of like comic book stuff or like movie news. So I'd probably say something like that. I like movie news and seeing like stuff that's going on, things that are in production, things that have wrapped, reviews and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's cool.
What about you?
Yeah, let me whip it out.
Whip it out.
On camera.
Whip it out on camera.
I love like Crankworks and stuff, so the biking shit.
Crankworks. Did we talk about this before?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
work
think
your
a little
crank, dude. I'm not doing that. Dash just follows a lot of like Instagram accounts of just like dudes just like jacking off. But
Yep.
but jacking off like objects like bananas and like poles and stuff like that.
Is that any better?
I think it's a little better because then it can be at least on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know. It's mostly biking.
Nice. Yeah, I follow like a lot of like just random like people. I follow probably more like I wouldn't say celebrities, but like like businesses and like shit like that than I do people I actually know, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
But all right, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What was your experience like in high school?
As a whole, sum it up in one word.
Yeah. Sum it up in one word and then elaborate.
Oh fuck. I was joking. I was like, that's way too hard to do in one word.
Don't do it in one word. I mean, yeah.
Shitty. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I don't know. Glad it's over.
Yeah.
Like some
it's
people
over
look
one
back
word.
and they're like, I miss it so much,
Dude,
But,
people
like,
that
nah.
think that are psychopaths. That's
How do I feel about it now? Relieved that it's
Yeah.
over.
Dude, yeah.
Like not even that like my high school experience was really that shitty. It's just such a weird time in your life, And there's like so much unnecessary pressure on you to like it sounds stupid, but conform to society and stuff like that. But like like it's like, are you going to college? Are you not going to college? What are you going to do? Like you basically have to figure out the rest of you feel like you have to figure out the rest of your life right there. Like you have to be like, I have to go to college so that I can have more time to figure my life out. But you have to have an idea of at least what you want so you can start working towards that.
Definitely.
Like people basically, if once you make it to like sophomore year of college, I think that's when you have to figure some shit out. Like you have to know something.
I agree.
Like you have to know, I'm gonna work at the rest of this degree towards this and then use this profession in this line of work or something like that, or I'm just gonna finish college and then I'm gonna move and go somewhere, or like you gotta have some sort of plan by that point, because otherwise what do you do?
Yeah.
Like
no,
you can't just keep
100%
doing
agree.
like classes that are not that are just like all prerequisites, because eventually you run out and then you have to do something with your life. Like there's some decision that has to be made, but it's so weird that in high school it almost feels like more pressure.
Yeah.
Than that.
Because you're not
like,
given any choices. You're given choices, but you're still under the umbrella of your parents. Like they still have to be
It's the
involved
pressure
in
of
that.
everybody else on you, looking at you to do something. Whereas I feel like in college, there's still some of that for sure, but I feel like it's more like, okay, I've been out getting my own experiences, doing my own thing, and I feel like I don't know what I want. I want to be happy. I want to make good money. I want to live, like all that stuff, which is really fucking hard right now.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I totally agree. I think like high school, like definitely like more pressure because you have exactly like you said, like everybody from different perspectives telling you what they think, what you need to do, and you're still living in your parents' house. You're still living with your parents and some of your siblings maybe. And so you're just like constantly being told what they did, what you should do, what you need to do, what you need to do, and you don't know any better because you've never lived any other life outside of living with your family.
And if you're like a younger kid and somebody that's already graduated and done all this stuff, like you feel so much more pressure to be like, oh, you have to be like this person. But you also want to like do your own thing. Like you don't want to have to live up to that, but you're always going to be compared just because you're related to that person.
For sure. I definitely feel that a little bit with my siblings. I think I've definitely like veered away from that.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm going to do it for a little bit. We can always cut it if I have to. But I feel like Lila has some of this because she's in art education, and that's not a traditionally like those are like the two least paying things. Like she knows that, and
that's
she
true.
like makes jokes about it too and stuff because it just is. But it's something that she likes and enjoys. But she also has an older sister that is in like pharmacy school and stuff, and is like straight A student. Like went to the same college. Like they're going to this or had gone to the same college and stuff.
Right.
Going to Texas State and. Seeing like your older like trying to like live up to that and like being like no, that's not who you are, and like her family's been really cool about it and about being like no, go do your thing, like you don't have to follow in those footsteps or whatever, do whatever you think's going to make you happy, whatever you want to do with your life, you know.
That's great.
So that's been really good, but there's still that pressure there, you know, like
for sure. Yeah,
it's always still like hanging above you, and that sucks because it's like that's not on you, that's not your fault that somebody else went and did this stuff, and it's like that's not your destiny or whatever. Like you don't have to be the same or do something as significant as that because you'll change so many like hearts and stuff. Like doing what you like, what she likes is art education, so teaching kids art and stuff, and like understanding their feelings more and like describing, like the way she describes it is like looking at a piece of their art, you can be like, this is complete shit, what the fuck is this? But if they're able to explain things and like why they do things, like if it understands to them, then it becomes beautiful, and that's kind of what art is.
Definitely.
And so like the fact that she's able to kind of do that with other people, I think is really cool. Dude, I forgot what the fuck I was saying what the point of that was, but
well, I'm gonna add
love
to that
you,
because
girlfriend Lila. You're beautiful and everything to me.
Yeah, dude, that's great. I mean, personally, I can speak to that too. I mean, I have a sister that they got a degree in finance, and she's working, and she's making a lot more money than I'm probably ever gonna make. I mean, not necessarily true, but at least a lot more money than I'm making right now. I'm still working hourly, and she's got salary and benefits and all this stuff, and she's the older sibling, and Izzy's going into education, and that's what my dad did, and so they're a little more open to that. But like, you know, I'm doing music, I'm doing film. This is something that my parents have never even considered would be a possibility for their kid to do, because it's like, you know, and they've been more than anything supportive, but it wasn't easy right away.
Like in the Midwest and stuff, especially too. Like you grow up, you become like farmer or
you become it's like business. It's either business, nursing, or farming. I mean
that's like the big three things that are out there.
And I mean, like
and that's just what people are used to, and it's like a bit of a. It feels like a bit of a. What the fuck is it called? Nuclear family. Not like yours is or anything like that, but just like that feels common out. Like you want to have the ideal, like beautiful wife, kid, truck, fucking, you know, like it seems very much like you want to uphold that like American dream lifestyle thing, I guess. Perfect family and all that stuff.
I think the good thing about like at least you, like your mom and my dad, like they both kind of broke out of that. Like they both, like your mom moved to a huge city after living on a farm for her whole life. My dad,
and you know, so far away too.
Around. Yeah, exactly. But like my parents, like, you know, they both grew up on farms. They both grew up in really small towns, and we ended up moving to a pretty small town. But like, you know, they moved out of that mindset of like we have to stay here and only conform to these ideas. Like they wanted to experience stuff. I think that definitely like gave them more of a reason to kind of trust me. I guess this is the thing too, because like, dude, like my parents, you know, they're very supportive now, and they've always been supportive, but to a certain degree. I think now they've kind of either just like been like, all right, like you're on your own now, you kind of have to figure it out. And I feel like I've proven to them, like I know what I'm doing. I understand the consequences if I don't, you know, end up doing what I want to do. But like I am passionate about a few things in my life, and I'm very hardworking in those few things, and I wouldn't be happy doing anything else. So I won't do anything else, and I'm not going to settle for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what other people tell me. Like, that's just the way things are going to be. And you can either accept that, or you don't need to be a part of my life, or you don't need to be telling me what to do, because I'm not going to listen to you. And my parents have kind of come around to that. Right in high school, I was spending too much time doing the things I loved, and it was affecting my grades. But I didn't give a fuck, because I knew that I wasn't going to do anything that I needed to get good grades in. Like, I'm doing art. I don't care. Like, that's all that mattered to me. And my parents, I think my dad once told me, he's like, stop vlogging. And I was just like, no. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't blindly follow rules just because someone tells me to. And to stop making videos or to stop doing something that I love just was something I would never do. Like, I just can't do that. And it took me years and years. I mean, I've been doing video stuff. My first YouTube channel was made 10 years ago. So I've been doing this for a while. And it's taken a long time for them to kind of come around to that. But, like, obviously the pressure's still on with my sister making good money. And obviously she's only 2 years older than me. She's doing things I won't ever do, because I'm not going to conform to society, like you said. Like, that's not who I am. That's never been who I am. And I think it would be a waste of my life to do something I don't love. And I think our generation is kind of making those decisions because we're not involved in wars. We're not involved in these things. And our parents didn't grow up in the 40s when that was taught to them. Like, we're living in a life that, like, we should be able to make decisions. This is what our ancestors and our people have been building for generations, but now they still feel like we have to conform to these ideas. But I think our generation's kind of like, fuck that. No, we want to do what we want to do, and we should be able to do what we want to do. We shouldn't have to do these shitty jobs and do all these different things just to make ends meet. If we're working hard and we're creating things that are great, then you should be able to get paid and do that for a career. Long tangent, but definitely. We're talking about I don't know how we got here from high school, but either way.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, high school. Let's storm the Capitol.
Dude, there was a person that went to my high school that allegedly was at the January 6th Capitol.
Oh my god.
And I think he told somebody, and I remember, like, looking at his Instagram to see if he was there, see if he was stupid enough to post about it. And he didn't, but I was like, I totally would have reported. I'm like, would I have 2 years ago? Probably. I don't think I would now. Like, I don't want to be like one of those people that do that, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's just like, that's the kind of people I grew up around, like, straight up. And I'm sure you have a lot of that too, being in Texas, but
yeah, not so much in the city here.
That's true. Yeah.
They do try to come parade sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And there's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I think high school, for me, I hated high school. I was in a really small high school. I didn't really have any friends. I had a terrible girlfriend. And I just never really wanted to be there. So I was just like, I'm kind of ready for anything else. The only thing I really enjoyed about it was playing basketball. That's literally the only thing I enjoyed about high school. And even that was a fucking hill in itself. There was so many problems with that. Coaching shit was terrible, but my experience in high school, I think, like you said right away, I would just say shitty, mediocre, like boring.
Over it.
I
had some cool shit, like my band and stuff, and
that's true. I enjoyed band too.
Stuff like that was fun, but
yeah,
made some good friends for sure, lifelong.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's always good to have. I didn't, because I had 74 people in my graduating class, but
yeah, that sucks.
I had the same people in my class since kindergarten, pretty much, and so, I knew them, but I wouldn't consider like any of those people like good friends of mine.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyways, next question.
Next question. What's your dream car?
Dude, I thought about this. I honestly just want like a black Audi sedan, like a nice one. That's just kind of like cool. Always been my I wouldn't say dream car, but I guess dream car. I don't really want anything like crazy. I'm not like a super big car guy. Like maybe like a Porsche like 911 would be cool, but I mean.
Yeah, I would say like I want like a green Porsche, that'd
be cool.
Like a light green Porsche, not like lime green, but like like a softer light green, like a
Poop green.
Yeah, like poop green. Yeah.
Poop green Porsche. That's what I want, a poop green Porsche. Drive it around.
Yep.
You know, like you can do with the Teslas, where you can like make the honking like fart sounds or like whatever you want.
Yeah.
You could do that with the fucking Porsche. Poop
When
green
somebody
Porsche.
sits down.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's great.
dude. Yeah, like whoopee cushion seats or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
that'd
I
be
feel like
fun.
I'd want something that does like off road a little better though, like so I could take it out biking and
That's
stuff.
true.
Although
A Jeep would be cool, like an old Jeep. But the
yeah,
mileage is bad, I've heard. My dad
they're
had one
pretty
growing up.
bad.
But yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard they're pretty
The
unreliable.
Jurassic Park
Dude,
Jeep.
That
but-
would be fucking awesome. If I lived like in Hawaii or something, I would definitely get one of those.
My friend has he bought one and then put that on the side of it.
That's cool.
Like just
I totally
for
would do
just for the hell of it. Like he's not even like a crazy Jurassic Park guy like we are, but he's just
Yeah.
like, this would be fun. And it's,
Dude,
it's
Jurassic
pretty
Park's
fucking epic.
still
It's
my
so
favorite
old
movie.
and gross, but
that. That's
it's
cool
great.
though. Well, actually, I don't have a question. I guess I don't have a. This isn't one of the questions, but because we're talking about Jurassic Park, which is my favorite movie. What's your favorite movie?
Revenge of the Sith, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I'm trying to think of like a stupid movie. Happy
Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. All guys go to that one, dude. I
That's so
swear.
funny. Dude, I rewatched that like a year ago. It definitely held up still, and I was surprised.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, it's
like
so
really
funny.
good.
Dude, the name, the fucking villain in that, what's his fucking name? Shooter McGavin is the funniest
Yes,
name
I
of all
love-
time.
Dude, I still say that whenever like if you do any like golfing or anything like that. I'm surprised we haven't said it when we played mini golf, but
Yeah, we were doing. Well, I said tap it in yesterday.
oh yeah, we did both say that. Yeah, I remember that. Just subconscious. Yeah, it's just
Dude.
like ingrained in us now.
We grew
That's
up
crazy
like,
how influential
Mhm.
that movie is
on our humor too. I mean, dude, we grew up on Adam. I remember like thinking
Oh,
as a
yeah.
kid that Adam Sandler was the greatest actor of all time, and I remember telling my dad that, and he's like, "I think Adam Sandler is considered like one of the worst actors." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you serious?" Because that's all we watched growing up was Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I watched like Anchorman and stuff. He's not in that, but like, you know, a lot of those SNL casts from the '90s and early 2000s. Like
Yeah.
that was the movies I grew up watching. That's what my dad liked. That's what our uncle liked. You know. So that's the kind of movies we just would watch. Like like Ace Ventura, and fucking like Dumb and
Talladega
Dumber.
Nights.
Talladega Nights. Yeah, dude. Like those movies were fucking great. Still
that
great.
shit. So good.
All right. Do you want me to ask another question since that was a quick one, or do you want to do another one?
Let me see what the next one is.
I gotta find one too.
Actually, this is a good one. Would you ever take part in extreme sports?
Like, what's an extreme sport?
Mountain biking.
Dumpster diving, Olympic dumpster diving.
Yep.
I don't think I could do mountain biking. I don't think I'm coordinated enough to do. Like, I think like. I don't want to use this as an excuse or like to be like a fucking asshole, but like I am very tall, and my center of gravity is not the same as the average.
It would be
person.
different. You probably wouldn't be able to throw it around as well, but you'd probably be more stable.
I probably wouldn't be able to throw it back as easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I can ride a bike, and that's as far as it'll go. Like.
All right. Skydiving, surfing, bungee
I would-
jumping,
dude, I mean,
rafting. Zorbing is considered an extreme. I guess that
The
makes
fuck
sense.
is zorbing?
That's the ball you that you get inside and you just roll down a hill.
Oh my god, why is that a sport? That's just being a fucking moron. Like, what? Well, dude,
Kite surfing, wakeboarding, skateboarding is
whitewater
mountain
rafting
biking,
is fun. Like,
snowboarding.
snowboarding.
Yeah.
I've done like skiing. That's hard. I'm
Rock
pretty fucking
rock
bad at it.
climbing is considered an extreme sport.
Sure.
Which I guess makes sense.
I don't want to do that though. I'm too afraid of heights. I couldn't do it. But we've both tried.
My friend
surfing.
broke his ankle doing it.
That's crazy.
It sucks. He just so he broke his ankle the day before he started the fireman academy, and so he got kicked out on day one. and he's the youngest one to make it in to the academy and stuff, and like he was like fully about to get like full benefits and dental and
That's
shit.
That's crazy, dude.
And like get put on and he'd be technically working for the government, so he'd make like a good fucking wage right away. I think it starts out like 21 an hour, something like that. Like just for the 6 months that you train and before you actually go somewhere. Just crazy.
Dude, we've both tried surfing. Yeah, we've both tried surfing. The problem with surfing is that it just hurt my fucking neck so much. And I don't know if that's just because we were doing it wrong, but like having to look up and not get your head in the water when you're paddling. Dude, I remember it's tough. We were fucking gassed. Like I don't think dude, you might have gotten a wave. I don't think I did. I got like half a wave.
Yeah, I got like 1.5 or 2.
Yeah, I think like
it was hard. Those waves weren't very good though. They
were
like they were big and long, like not whoa. not like width wise, but like
they were girthy waves, they were very short, fat and thick short
exactly
waves.
But they weren't very steep, so you couldn't really get much of a lip on it to push down and propel yourself more off of it. And then like you had to be going so fast to do it initially too, so you'd have to paddle your ass off, and then you get like the chafes like on your shoulders.
Yeah, dude.
Like your armpits, because
I remember
you'd be fucking
like,
right there.
Yeah, just like the how hard it was to paddle. I mean, I'm sure if I tried it now, it wouldn't. I mean, maybe it'd be as bad. I mean, I was pretty fucking scrawn when we went there, but I think the feeling when you like I didn't get a full wave, but the feeling when you like they almost get a wave, or like when I'm sure when you get it is like the coolest feeling.
Oh, the gliding, I haven't done like real like big wave surfing or anything actually cool, but just the few little waves that I've gotten, because I've gone to Hawaii a couple times, and gone surfing. Like it's just you're just like flying above the water, like you just feel like basically when you're on the front of a boat, like a speedboat or something like that. Like that's what it feels like. But you can just like you can maneuver it yourself.
Yeah, but you feel it under your feet. Yeah, exactly. Like you're in control. It's so weird. God, I want to go surfing now. Sick.
Yeah, but then that's so scary because a lot of times the reef is like right underneath you. So like if you fall, like you don't want to fall forward too much, because it's like because the way a wave works is it's picking up the water in front and then going behind it.
Yeah.
So it's like really shallow right at the front of a wave. That's why you dive down under, and then have it crash over you or whatever. Is because it's
this guy's a wave scientist now.
Yeah, for real, dude. Wave science. No, but the way it like sucks it in, like if you fall into that, hit the coral, and then you get tossed up over the wave, which would be the absolute worst thing to happen.
That would suck.
Yeah. And then you crash into the rocks on it. So,
yeah, that would fucking suck. I mean, we were like in like a little bay, so it wasn't too bad. But the first time I ever learned to surf, I was like probably like 12 or something, and we had like an instructor. We were like in like 4-foot water.
Yeah,
like,
I remember. I saw the pictures of it.
Oh yeah. That was fun though. All right, we're back. My battery died, so I had to cut. All right. Anyways, all right. Let me see if I can find another question here. Well, actually, I just thought of something. What's your dream job? What's the goal? Do you have something like? Do you want to work in the bike shop forever? Do you have like another goal?
I want to own America.
I want to buy all the motels and hotels and turn them into Dash Dakota Sea hotel places for I don't know, for couples.
Yeah. No, I want to, I'm going to own Park's place, and then I'm going to fucking run up all the rent on you bitches. For real.
He wants to crash the housing market.
That's the plan. It's always been that from the beginning.
That's funny.
I'm undecided.
Yeah.
I don't know. As of right now, I like what I'm doing at Bike Farm.
Yeah.
It's
always sound pretty bored of it.
Yeah, so boring. God, just even thinking about it. No, but it's epic, the things that we're doing and how it's working, and like it's a slow season right now, so it's a little sad, but like I don't know, we're picking up a little bit. We're definitely getting some orders, like e-bikes and stuff are really cool. There's a lot of potential there. So I'm excited to just kind of go along with it, see how it goes. I'm also gonna do like side stuff. Like I've been talking about it forever, but I gotta save money and everything, so it's tough. But I want to remodel the house.
Yeah.
And then maybe rent it or do something like that.
Be cool.
Could be a move. To then like start like sort of flipping houses a little bit.
That'd be cool.
Just kind of like buy houses, fix them up a little bit, and then start renting them out. Kind of have a little bit of a passive income of, or at least try to have it pay itself off a little bit. Somebody else pay the mortgage, and then you just have assets, stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we're both young, so we don't have to figure shit out right now. I just wondered if you had like something specific.
That's kind of some rough ideas, but no major plan at what I want to end up. I'm just gonna enjoy what I do while I do it, and keep looking for other stuff I'd like to do.
That's a great way to live, I think. Just kind of go with the flow. Like don't like necessarily like lock yourself down to something completely all the time. Like you like what you do, then keep doing it. I mean, there's no reason if you enjoy what you're doing to stop doing it. You're making money. You're able to pay your stuff.
Yeah, as long as I can still afford to live, and like I can make sacrifices for some things of what I want versus what I don't want, versus like being happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think being happy is the most important thing. Like whatever makes you happy. Like obviously you have to pay your rent. If you have to get a second job, if your passion isn't paying enough, then you got to do what you got to do. But I think do what you want to do. Like the motto I've been living by the last like year or so, and what ARTRA Studios like what I've kind of created is like the slogan, do what you love, because that's the most important thing. Like if more people did what they love, the world will be a better place, I think. Yeah, be a fucking better place, dude. More people just smoke weed.
And that's a message to you, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, dude. The fucking turtle himself. No, he's like the tortoise from fucking Rango, dude. That's what he looks like.
He's like dying, right?
Did you see him freeze?
He
froze up again.
Unresponsive, yeah.
This is the second time he's done it, at least that I've seen.
With his mouth open.
Yeah, he's just like, he's like that. He's like, we don't know where to go. Yeah. He's fucking
and they ask him a question like 4 times to his face, and he's like,
yeah. I'll have to get you. You understand the question? He's like, yes. And then he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
So then answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
But every place he's been at that he's been like speaking at, there's been like crowds of people booing him, which I'm like, thank God. Like some people, even like in like Kentucky, I'm like, people live in Kentucky first of all. Then I'm like, oh yeah, there's cities there. But then I'm like, oh, like non-Republican people live there, like liberals that are ballsy enough to go and like boo him at a thing live there. I'm like, that's surprising. I don't know anything about Kentucky. I forget about Kentucky all the time.
Oh yeah, no, Louisville's pretty big.
That's true. Jack Harlow. I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend lived there, so I know.
Your friend Jack Harlow?
He grew up on the same street as Jack Harlow. Like he knows his parents and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I think he like dog sat for him once or something too.
He what?
Like dog sat his dog.
Oh, dog sat him.
Watched his dog.
It's like what? He sat on Jack Harlow's meat.
He sat
dog?
on his. Yep.
Sat on his meat.
Yep.
All right, what's your question?
What is your dream starter, main, and dessert?
Oh my god. Dude, starter has to be a salad. Like it's got to be like a nice salad with like chicken in it or something, like a nice Caesar salad, dude. You can't go wrong.
But yeah, but not too acidic of a seasoning.
Oh, dude, when it gets too sour, it gives me canker sores, dude. Can't handle it.
And then like burns, And I'm like, why? Like this is not good.
And also,
I'm already eating lettuce. Like,
yeah,
what
dude.
are you doing to me?
No, also like when they put too much like liquid in there, when it's like too juicy, I hate that. Like when I buy packaged salads, they're like that have like the little packets of like.
They also need more croutons. I think all salads need more croutons.
I agree.
I don't think there's any salad I've had that has, like there should be a side of croutons of that you just munch on too.
Yeah.
Along with the one.
Yeah, there's got to be like a side of bread too. I'm talking like Olive
garlic
bread.
bread.
Yeah, garlic bread for sure, or like Texas toast. Oh my god. I'd say for a meal, it's got to be either like a creamy pasta, white sauce, or
Midwest.
dude, no, well now I'm thinking Italian because of the like I'm just like I'm thinking like with the salad. I'm thinking Olive Garden. I shouldn't say Italian. I'm thinking Olive Garden.
Now you're just thinking of like you're like, what's your dream?
What's your dream meal?
Starter,
Olive
main, and
Garden,
dessert in an Olive Garden.
Well, dude, I haven't been there in like 10 years, and then I went there for my birthday because Amber and I were at home in Minnesota, and I was like, I don't know where else to go. I've kind of taken her to all the places in Rochester. I'm like, let's go to Olive Garden. I haven't been there in forever. I want Italian food, and it fucking slapped, dude. It was so good. And I was like, everyone been telling me that Olive Garden's like so expensive, whatever. No, it was fucking average. You get like unlimited like fucking breadsticks and salad, and it was so good. But no, I think, dude, I'm a pasta guy through and through. I love noodles. I love pizza, like a nice chicken sandwich, a nice burger. Dude, you can't really go wrong with any of those. I don't know if I could pick one, but I'm in a pasta mood today, so maybe pasta.
I had Korean food for the first time.
Oh, shit. Did you like it?
Friday night.
Like Korean barbecue?
I don't even know. Like it was a really nice, fancy Korean restaurant.
That's cool.
Downtown. It was for my girlfriend's dad's birthday.
Nice.
So they were like, "Yeah, just come and like everybody here is gonna leave full," is what they said.
Oh,
I've never had any kind of like Korean food
Neither
at all. So there was like raw fish. There was
toes.
like there's some pork egg rolls and stuff. Those were fucking good.
Yeah,
the
sure.
toes, man.
Yeah, burnt toes, burnt finger. There was like fingernail shavings in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
It's gross.
It's gross.
No, but it was really fucking good.
There's a lot of Ethiopian restaurants around my place. There's probably like 6.
Weird.
I don't even know what Ethiopian food would be, but I want to try it because there's so many around here. They look interesting. Like, I want to go try it. I might do that.
You got to try all of them.
Yeah, and rank them
and review them all.
There's a lot of restaurants by me actually. There's some like brunch places and stuff. There's a McDonald's, which I probably will never go to, but I looked this up. Apparently Chicago is like the number 2, it's either the second or the third most McDonald's in like a state is Illinois, with like 72 or something. Let me look this up. And I thought there would be more than that. Maybe it was way more than that. Hold on, let me see.
There's more than that in some countries.
Dude,
or less than that in some countries.
How many McDonald's are there in Illinois? Oh my god, okay. Wow. 647. I was way off.
Jesus.
And that might just be... Oh, no, yeah. Among the top 5... Illinois ranks among the top 5 states in McDonald's restaurants, with the state's 647. Because the thing I was thinking, every time I drive somewhere, I always see like 5 McDonald's. I'm like, how are there this many? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're number 4.
How many, or what country do you think has the most McDonald's?
China.
I think you'll know. No.
Well, does America count?
Yes.
Then probably America.
Okay, yeah. So I'll guess the top 4 countries. The first one is the United States. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think is number 2 in the world, like the country that has the most McDonald's?
Maybe like Canada? No? I would think China, but maybe does China not have McDonald's there?
China is 3rd.
Okay.
I'll say. So there's something that's above China, but below the United States.
Above China?
It's kind of surprising, not going to lie.
Is it like in Europe?
No.
Australia?
Nope.
Let's see.
It's an island.
An island? New Zealand?
No.
Why am I thinking like fucking over there? An island, the UK?
No.
I don't know. What is it?
Japan.
Oh, okay. I did think Japan, but I didn't think that would be. I didn't think they. I was like, oh, yeah. I figured they'd be on the list, but not that high. Number 2.
Yeah, I know. Number 2. Yeah, in the world.
That's crazy.
And then Germany is fourth.
I was thinking I was thinking some European country had to be on there at some point.
Guess how many, like, okay, there's so many in the United States, so many locations. Can you guess how many?
Well, if there's
Or you-
647
like-
in Illinois, there's got to be like fucking 2,000 or something.
So yeah, we'll do the higher or lower. I'll tell you higher or lower, and then you just you give out a number, and I'll tell you higher or lower.
36,000.
Lower. Lower for sure. Holy shit. 36,000.
3,600.
Higher.
10,000.
Higher.
Higher than that? 13,000?
Yeah, 14,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that fucking crazy? And then guess how many are in Japan?
12,000.
Almost 3,000.
Oh, wow. So we just have like way more.
We just have so many more.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. The more you know, dude.
Yeah.
McDonald's is good. Dude, that's a question. Do you like McDonald's?
Yeah,
Do you?
I do.
I fucking
like,
hate it. Like, I every time
I
I
like
go
the
there, I don't
chicken
like it.
nuggets, and I like the fries, and I like the
fries are good.
Coke, and I like
Coke's
the
That's true.
what's the fucking burger they have? It's pretty
Big
decent.
Mac.
Yeah, Big Mac's pretty.
Dude,
fucking
every time
good.
I have it, like I don't hate it, but it's just like
It's always the same. So
Yeah.
it's never fantastic, but it's never like terrible. Like
Yeah.
it's always a decent like meal. And I'm I'm never like, oh my God, that's so fucking good, unless
Yeah.
I'm starving.
yeah, that's true. That's a
Or
good
high
point.
as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, I think for me, McDonald's is like, I just whenever I eat it, I'm like, it seems like, you know, like when you see like AI something, you're like, this looks kind of off. That's how I feel about McDonald's when I eat it. I'm like, this doesn't taste right. Like this doesn't really taste like food. Like I'm like, which I feel like there's
You
so
need
many
to
locations.
swap back to the chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are better.
Dude, yeah,
I get that
maybe.
feeling a little bit when I have the Big Mac, but the chicken nuggets don't get that vibe at all.
I just feel like when
they
you
used
have,
to for sure,
Yeah.
but now they don't.
I feel like when you
I feel
have
like they
a-
did something different.
When you have a company that has so many locations and you have to provide food for that many locations, I just feel like I feel like half the food isn't actually, like, I feel like it's made in a fucking lab. That's what it feels like to me. So it's hard for me to
it
get
definitely
past
is.
that. Yeah, which is.
But if you just accept that and you're just like, fuck
yeah,
it,
but I'm like,
I'm
that's.
hungry.
I'm like, ugh. I don't know.
I'm eating the future's food.
There's just so many better
Like-
places I would go. And honestly, like, I used to think McDonald's was so cheap. It's not that cheap. Like, Amber and I got, like, I think we got, like, fries together, and, like, I think I got, like, a 10-piece McNugget, and she got, like, something else.
It's
It was,
cheap
like,
if you
$30.
get the app.
I was like, what? It was like 20.
Yeah,
it was
no,
like
if you get
25 or
the-
something. But still, I was like, oh my god.
If you get the app, it makes it so much cheaper.
It's just
like
dumb.
it's still really cheap, but you just need the app. If you use the app, like they give out like they'll have like fucking a whole meal and shit for like $11.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like Big Mac and like yeah, get a like free, I don't know, fucking free. Actually, I'm gonna just check because like they always have shit going on.
Man's gonna go to McDonald's
gonna,
right after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to immediately going to fucking McDonald's. Where the fuck is it? There?
That's funny.
But they always have like free fries and shit
yeah.
like that too. Let me see.
I'm trying to find another question after we talk about this. Let's see. Ooh, I got one. But after you figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I gotta sign back in.
He's got signed in McDonald's. He's got the McDonald's app locked in, dude. That's so
Why the
funny.
fuck is it taking so long?
Dude, I don't know. It's not like, I just rather go to, like, I like Culver's so much more, and it's like the same food. I mean, same menu, but fucking way better.
You
And
go where?
Culver's. I know. I don't. Do you
Culver's
have
is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we have Culver's.
dude. Like,
But there's only like fucking 2 though.
yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like when we were kids, they didn't have any in Austin. You
It
know, like-
says there's no deals right now. That's got to be a fucking lie. There ain't no way.
But dude, Culver's, like, in general too, just like, you're just treated better. People are just nicer there. I like the environment there. McDonald's is like always
Yeah.
crusty. Like there's always like some fucking weirdos there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
No, I usually do like fucking DoorDash it or something.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I think, well, dude, half the time too, they just fuck up your order. You ever have that shit? That's like any
I
fast food,
have,
though.
but it's been a while since I've had that.
Drive-through fast food
honestly.
like doesn't work. Like they get something wrong every time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
true.
matter what. Like doesn't matter. It's always gonna be that way.
But that's the nice thing about DoorDash and stuff like this. You can be like, hey, they fucked up my order, and then like you can get some money back
Yeah,
rather
that's
than
true.
having to either sit in the line and block everyone and just check
Yep.
everything really
And be an
fast.
asshole. You can do it on the computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just all right. I'm gonna
not
ask.
talk to
We'll probably have
anyone.
like time for like one more question. This is my next question. What's the best
All right.
album you've listened to as of late?
Ooh.
I gotta pull up Spotify for this.
I know, same. The Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Metro Boomin presents Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack from and inspired by the motion picture Deluxe Edition.
God
is
damn.
what it's fully titled. By Metro Boomin, 18 songs, 59 minutes, 36 seconds. Shit is so hard.
Yeah. The new Spider-Verse was great.
Oh my god, dude. You have to listen to the soundtrack. I listened to it with headphones in when I was in Europe, just like walking around the cities and shit.
Yeah, that's my
like it was
favorite thing.
fucking so hard. And like sitting like on the train, like just
Yeah.
looking at the landscape, it was insane. Such a vibe.
I'd have to say these aren't new albums. I would say I try to listen to like new albums every week, or I wouldn't say new. I'm gonna say new to me, things I have never heard. I'm a big Tame Impala guy. I haven't ever really listened to his older stuff, and so listening to Inner Speaker, which is his first on a record, I think, like record label, mass produced or whatever. I think it's his first like full length album in 2010. It's definitely different than his newer stuff, but I really, really enjoyed both Inner Speaker and Lonerism more than I thought I would. And I think I go through phases of artists, and sometimes I don't like. I remember like Tame Impala used to like really annoy me, and now he's like one of my favorite artists. So it's like I wasn't ready for certain albums at certain times. Like this album now, I've been listening to it like nonstop, like the last like month or so. But yeah, I'd have to say that for mine. I also just listened to Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd recently. And that was fucking great. I need to listen to it when I'm like really high, because I was listening to it like on the train and it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then listening to Jack Harlow's new album that he dropped this year, Jackman. I don't know. Jackman? I don't know. I listened to it before and I liked it, but I listened to it again yesterday and I liked it a lot more. And Jack Harlow, his last two albums have been very not my vibe. And I think this last album he dropped, which was very short, it was like 10 songs, kind of gives it back to his roots. It's way less mainstream. Numbers weren't fucking crazy, but I kind of like that. Like he seems like he's kind of going back to his roots, which I liked his earlier shit better anyways.
Yeah, I did listen to his like it's less
Less pop.
I don't know.
It's
like,
less pop.
Yeah, less
mainstream.
It's less pop, definitely. It's like less trying to appeal to everybody, like
Yeah.
bounce, fucking girls, like maybe
Yeah.
cool car, and shit like that. It was more like
Real issues.
shit.
Yeah,
to him.
exactly. And that's the kind of music I like listening to. I don't like when artists go too pop, and I've liked Jack
Like those
Harlow
are
for a
fun.
while.
Like I like those, but that shouldn't be all you do.
Yeah,
Like you
yes.
should. There's moments where you need to feel like that, and it's good, and you want to gas yourself up, you know.
Well,
and like,
I mean, I think for most artists, that's how you make money, and they want to make a fuck ton of money, and then they can fund their smaller projects, which is what most artists do. Some artists stay pop, and I don't like that.
yeah, that sucks.
Like a lot of rappers go and stay pop, and then you look at like, and I'll probably get torched for this, but like Drake makes the same fucking album every time he makes an album. And Drake, I have my ups and downs with him. Like I don't mind his music, but like, you know, it's pretty much the same thing every time, and it's pop rap.
It is.
It's just mainstream, and he could
is.
drop the worst album ever, but it'll still do number one, you know. And because everyone's talking about it, so it's like, you know, I don't listen to Drake on the daily because I think I like artists, and I'm not saying Drake's never done that. I think sometimes he does dip back into stuff with his with some of his music, but most of the time I'm not a huge Drake fan. Like I think he's talented, but he's definitely not my vibe. Oh, did you listen to Call Me When You Get Lost, the estate sale? It's like,
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome.
That was hard.
Dude, What a Day is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite Tyler, the Creator song, like now. It's so fucking good.
I'm getting all this music queued so I can just listen later.
Yeah, dude. And same thing with Sorry Not Sorry. Like, the video was so good. But, dude, Call Me When You Get Lost, such a good album. I listened to Igor yesterday again. That's one of my favorites. Huge inspiration on, like, some of the music I make. Same thing with Flower Boy. And he just doesn't miss. Like, he just doesn't fucking miss. He's so good. So talented. And I don't know. I love, like, niche hip-hop. Kendrick Lamar, listen to Damn all the time. Such a good album. My favorite album is Because the Internet by Childish Gambino. Absolutely greatest album ever.
Very good. Goated.
Dude, literally so incredible. And yeah, it's like the best fucking album ever. I have it on vinyl, but I don't have a fucking record player right now, so I can't play it. But
that sucks.
Yeah, I've had because my roommate had one. And when I lived in Milwaukee, and now literally since I moved here in May, I have like my box of records, but I haven't really get it. Actually, today just bought a new TV stand because it was half off, 50% off. It was normally $150. It was $75. I was like, fucking no brainer, like, and it's like perfect. And then I can eventually get a record player that will go on that TV stand because right now I don't have any room for it. So, but yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for episode 3. If you haven't checked out the other episodes, make sure you do that and subscribe and follow the podcast. And I think there's some Q&A stuff on Spotify if you guys have any requests for certain videos we want to make. I think next episode we'll do something maybe, I wouldn't say serious, but maybe a little more structured, maybe. But we'll see.
But we still got questions, too, so maybe we'll go back to that. Who knows? Whatever we're feeling at the time, you know, we just want to talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah, I also think we said twice a month for podcasts, but I think right now we're going to try to get as many out, maybe once a week. And if we slow down, we slow down. But I think for now we're going to keep pushing. I'm having fun.
And we could always also sit on some too, you know, like we could always like have some backlogs in case we have to miss a time or something like that too. So maybe this won't come out for fucking ever.
True. We hope it will, but
2 years later, this is going to be a very weird time to release this. But
yeah. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for episodes or anything, let us know. But our links and stuff are in the description of the YouTube video, and if you listen on Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, we have that up now on Apple Podcasts. You can check out the video versions on YouTube at Meet in the Middle Podcast, and you can find out our social media and some other links and some cool stuff on there as well. But we will see you hopefully next week. So I bid adieu. Peace.
See you.